So this could be day one of this instead of one day. My one day was a lot of years, and then day one happened June 5th of 2023. Hello.
Hi.
I'm Tom.
I'm Anne-Lise. Together we're me and Mary. Now we're going to sing a little ditty for you.
We'll be a little more us this week as opposed to me not talking last week.
Mime Tom.
Hi, Lindy. I love you. I know. I know.
We tried to make a joke.
I was in a strange mood.
Really were.
It was stranging her out too. So not a bad mood, just weird, goofy. So that for everybody, that was for Limitless Lindy. She's our buddy. We really like her. Okay. So to the video. I was watching, I don't know if any of you know who Primal Bot is. I don't know her name. I always I think that's her website or business called Primal Bot. And she's just pretty direct and blunt, which some people probably don't appreciate, but I kind of like it. It's stirring.
Mm-hmm.
And she had filmed like these fat people, big old fat people like I was, walking in the grocery store through the Fruit Loops aisle, or I say Fruit Loops because that's what I fixated on, the cereal and the junk, and people throwing stuff in their cart, and it's like, oh shit, that was me. That was me. And I knew that, and then I'd throw more in.
Yeah. But
it's like she was talking about, that we're poisoning ourselves. And, I was really thinking about that, and it's crazy. So we're like, oh, we can have a cheat day, or we can do this. And and I've always been, on any other plan besides carnivore, it's been like, well, what, even when I started carnivore, I didn't know what I was getting into. It was, I wonder when I can, eat something again, lose the weight, then I can have a little something again. Well, you still can have something, but the thought of we're trading our, I don't know, our goods. Let's have a bite of meat. We got health. Let's have a donut. It's death, and it's extreme and it's not extreme. She was talking about what we're feeding our kids, and what I fed my kids, a lot of freaking junk.
And even the stuff I was trying to be healthy and make sure they ate their vegetables with their seed oil salad dressing, like face palm. Because I was always, not always, but sometimes, mostly I was the one that was like, no, we got to get them their veggies. And
I didn't disagree with that. Just because I don't like them. No, because I knew we should have our veggies. You were just the
fun dad. You always just...
I go to Sam's.
When you went to the grocery store.
When I went to Sam's, we had packages of Texas cinnamon rolls, and you name it, we had it. Or if they had sales at the Hostess store.
He can set a vibe. He can certainly
show up to the job, bring everybody donuts.
Donuts and tequila were your brand.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just an interesting thing to think about. It's like when I hear, well, in a lot of these Facebook groups I'm in, it's kind of random. People aren't maybe quite as hardcore as some of these outer circles on YouTube. I don't know. But it'd be like, it's all about what can we eat? What can we eat? What can we eat? What can we get by with and or
get away with and still get results or whatever.
Right. Yeah. And you can do stuff and get results. But it's just, it isn't the same. When you eliminate all the garbage, well, I mean, and your meat and eggs are fully nutritious. It's like, what are we, wrestling with? I mean, and of course today I was making a TikTok talking about this, and I'm driving home, and I'm like, and of course I've got my Coke Zero in hand, which I don't get real often. I did more at one time. I went kind of through phases, but I told Anne-Lise, I said, coming home, I said, well, hang on a second. I was talking to her on the phone. I said, hang on, I'm going to go in and get me some poison. I'll be right out. And I think it needs to be an awareness, at least if we're doing it, that we're doing it.
We want to slaughter our bodies.
What do you?
Yes, we don't care about our wife, and we don't care if we die early, because who cares about her? Is that what we want?
Yeah. That's that was the story.
That was the thinking. That was you heard there.
Yeah. So, but it is. I mean, what in the hell are we doing as a people? We're doing what we've been taught. We're doing what we've been programmed and what we've learned, and it does seem like I've talked to several people that have shocked me that they're getting awareness. So I really do feel like, of course, you
It's
get
like
in
a
your own
tipping
circle.
point.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like I got my new truck a few years ago. Never saw them until I got my new truck. So you see it. So is that
It's
what's
called the
happening?
reticular activation system or activating system in your brain. You filter for things that you're focusing
Right.
on.
So is that what's happening with this, or is there really? Um, I think there really is something happening. I think something's going on where people are becoming aware.
Well,
Um,
how about this? Even if it's just in our world,
that's good.
your results and the profound way that you have shifted has impacted everybody that you know
Pretty
because
much.
you were so large and in charge
It just
and miserable
Well,
that
last night I was pulled up to one of the farm stores and sitting, and a guy walked up, a friend of mine, hadn't seen me in, it's been a while, 6 8 months. More, he knew I'd been losing weight. It was at that baby shower. So no, it's 6 8 months ago. And he walks over to my truck and looks in. He goes, "Where'd your stomach go?" And he was being like, he was like, "That's impressive." And so we talked for
right.
30 45 minutes, and it was he's someone who I didn't necessarily would think would be catching. He's hearing this from other places, and he told me stories of things that affected him and made him think about stuff 10 years ago, and he's in his late 20s. And
Yeah.
I was like, wow, what a conversation. So there are things happening.
So think about you have impacted all these people. Like I'd say at least 50 people are genuinely like shocked and shook
Oh yeah,
at your results. So think about every other person. Think about Lindy in Australia. Think about other people we've met because this is such a sure thing.
it
If
is.
you eliminate the junk and you eat beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, you will get better. You will heal. It might take a while. You might have a little bit
Mm-hmm.
of bumpy roads along the way, like we've talked about, and you'll slough off toxins. You'll drop excess body fat. Your metabolic health will improve. And there's very few things out there that are that foolproof.
And honestly, simple. So
And
it's not. I'm not
yeah,
saying fully
so
easy. It
simple.
actually has been easy because I think I just hit the
You
wall. I
were,
didn't
it
want to
was
die.
perfect timing
It
for you.
was perfect storm,
And I
perfect
was
time.
supportive.
And yeah, you were. Other than you thought I was crazy initially.
For 2
Not
seconds,
like
and then
for
I
for like a
jumped.
just for like a week. Was about it, wasn't it? Oh, okay, okay.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
2 Mississippi. Oh, hang on. Sorry.
Thomas
Something.
George.
But yeah,
Y'all saw that.
yep.
Red flag. Flag on the play.
I'm a total green flag.
You are a green
Now I'm no longer a fat flag.
flag. You're skinny.
I'm
You're
I'm
one of
I'm,
those
I'm still
little
overweight.
banner. You're just a
I'm
banner.
still overweight, but
He's almost caught me though. So I had to decide. I
I was having
recently
I was having a crisis because if I got lighter than
he's
her,
within 20 pounds of me. And if he catches me, I'm gonna have a crisis. So
anybody
you're
got a spare room if that happens? Till
gonna
she
kick
gets
me
over it?
out. Oh.
No, I'd have to run away. You biting
So
me like a rabid
I
dog.
have been eating like probably 8,000 calories a day. And so we're
And
just gonna I
and
haven't been
still,
gaining
you haven't
anything.
gained anything.
Just it's mostly all fat. So we're gonna take that down just a notch because I
Like
probably have been not feasting my ass off. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's
no,
still there.
no,
But we're gonna
it's
see what
pretty funny.
happens when
No,
I just like scooch that back just a
but
little bit.
yeah,
Living my best life.
yeah, it's crazy.
And I was telling him I was running an errand today and someone was walking out of the
Oh,
store and he had one of those tight basketball bellies, just like real
pressure looks
distended
pressure. It
and
looks
yeah.
just like a pressure.
And I was like, "Oh, honey, I just know that he is in pain, that
He's
he's super
miserable,
inflamed. He's got all that visceral fat
suffering,
and he's got metabolic syndrome."
and
And
you
I was
can't
like,
say
oh,
anything, and you want to help,
dude,
but you
I'm so
can't.
sorry you're suffering. And like you just look around and see it's just everywhere. And like so all we can do is take up space
Look for the
and
opportunities.
be ready and evangelize where the where the Lord opens the door.
Carnivangelize. Carnivangelist Tom here. No,
because I want the world to heal, but I think that results
but
speak so loudly. And we
they
just
do.
have to let them speak for themselves.
They do.
If we weren't ready, we wouldn't have
Nope.
done it. And
Nope.
we can't.
And we were
make
trying at other
anyone
stuff.
do it.
Yeah, I was trying all kinds of stuff, but it was mainly low carb and tequila, and that didn't work.
And we're so deep into this now. Like, I'm starting to forget how weird it is.
It's pretty weird.
But
it's also weird when you got
self-sustaining.
I remember when Carrie from Homestead Howe was talking about 60,000 grocery items in the store, and I was like, "What? No!" And then I looked at them like, "Oh yeah," and we eat 10 of them.
Too much, yeah.
we don't even get most of it at the grocery store.
I get my eggs from a local.
I went grocery shopping and got 130 pounds of ground beef on Saturday.
Yeah, one and done. Just go to the butcher, go get it, come back.
Okay,
I got simplicity.
Yeah, I mean, I know we eat more than that, but it's still
right. But just that's kind of you just get whatever it is, the basics that you need, and it's 5 things. Yeah.
Right. And we're fortunate. So nice. One of our local butchers, they sell ground beef on sale every so often. That's why I got so much for $3 a pound, and it's it's not poison.
It's good stuff.
Yeah,
we are. I don't know. Blessed.
So yeah, but it is crazy to think it's so. This could be day one of this instead of one day. My one day was a lot of years, and then day one happened June 5th of 2023. So and that was day one, and now there's a lot of history, and you just got to be consistent. This could be your day one. This could be day one. You could stop right now and throw the donut down. Just throw it down, stomp
back away.
Give it to your dog. No, don't give it to your dog.
To you, if you are considering this carnivore way of eating, this lifestyle, what does this feel like to you, hearing that everything you've been doing is poison and stuff? Is that overwhelming? Is it something you want to jump into? It is a very supportive community when you dig it out and you look for
people are real helpful and supportive.
And if you've been eating this way, doing zero carb or very, very low carb, how do you feel when you look at the food supply and your previous behavior?
Does that hit you that way?
The people around you, because sometimes it's overwhelming to me, and I just don't even hardly know what to do. I just want to.
When I went to Sam's the other day,
scream from the housetops, but I'm already.
Oh, I went to get butter and some cheese. Yeah. And walking through, I'm like, oh my god, I would have loaded the cart up. And I always think that when I go on
place, you go to.
It would have been like, oh, we'll get Texas cinnamon. Kids will love that, and then the butter would be what we put on it. And then I would have thought of the butter as the slathering. I'd call it slathering it with butter, and it was the good stuff. It was the
good part.
I don't know, and not that, and I still, I would say there's going to be those times where you'll have some stuff.
I won't. Don't look at me.
Well, but it's still one of those deals where, well, it's like the diet Coke or whatever. And as far as like, I passed my favorite donut shop the other day that I'd only been to a couple times, and I was like, they were sold out, and I wasn't going to stop, but I was like, huh, I'll probably have one day. But there's this
it'll probably be a lot like
it's just no draw.
It'll just be like, that's not what it used to be.
Now the watermelon, that did slap. It slapped. It's kind of weird, but just, I don't know. Rebuilding the machine right now.
Rebuilding the amazing machine that is our bodies, and knowing we're making that choice on purpose because we understand that is just a completely different relationship with ourselves.
And when you do start this, and if you can stick it out for 6 weeks, your head clears up so much that it's easier to stick it out.
Easier to make good choices.
Yeah, it does help.
Yes. It does. So let us know. How do you feel? Where are you on this continuum?
The continuum.
Talk to us.
Later.
Has impacted at least 50, mostly all fat. So we're going to carnivore way of eating.